Hey, dope. Start, Levy, start. And then here,
Make it fast.
plug in my headphones. Or dope. There we go. That's one way to sit down, I suppose. Convenient, though.
Muggy day. Sky's gloomy. Air's all wet.
I love that. Love it.
Oh, man. At least let me finish my sentence. Ugh. Ugh. Cold, cold, cold.
Cold. I rather like the rain.
Right. I'm famished. We barely had a bite sprinting all the way here from Raguna. Whoa! Pinch me! This is a feast and a half!
Oh, we didn't order anything.
Hey, Rover. So, we did bring enough money, right? I mean, we kind of rushed out without grabbing anything.
We got money.
Oh, that? Don't worry. Money's not an issue. Augusta made sure we're covered. All our food and lodging here in Septimont is billed straight to the F-Force Palace. But I think the owner might have overdone it a little.
Ha! Better get used to it. You're the champ of the Great Aegon. And you know
I
me.
don't sub-
If food's on offer, I'll be a scoffer. Yeah, no leftovers, guaranteed.
Just like me, for real, for real.
Free stay, free meal.
Fast.
Reservoir
You're right.
really knows how to treat guests.
You're
Maybe we should, you know, hang around a bit longer.
Goodness.
This smells amazing.
Abby, what do you think Imperator wants me to find? If Cardathia is right, the last clue should be somewhere on the Sanguis Plateaus. We're so close to the finish line, just one step away. But our pace is slowed.
Relax. We're already back in Septimont. What's the rush? I remember Lupa said there's this weird blight cloud hanging over the Sanguis Plateaus.
This thing right here.
And when the high tide, or whatever, rolls around, all the gladiators go there to hunt tacit discords.
This could be a thumbnail. Hold on.
Wait, is the high tide coming up soon? The Afra's invite did say something about a big hunt. Huh.
Hope I
That
got it without
reminds me.
those.
Aren't we supposed to meet her today?
A messenger came this morning. Augusta is dealing with an emergency, so our meeting's postponed. It looks like it'll be a while. An unexpected change. It's throwing everything off course. I don't like the feel of it. And why me for this hunt? If it's about the Great Aegon. The messenger said none of the other gladiators were invited.
Who knows? Maybe she just wants to test her strength against you. Typical Septimontian, right?
That's racism. It's stereotyping people.
You think so? I've only met her a few times, but I doubt she acts on such simple impulses.
Good.
And as the F4, Is she really in a position to do whatever she wants?
Guessed from afar, you possess eyes as clear as crystal. But what troubles you so that eyes once bright as the highland sky now darken with rolling clouds?
Who the hell are you?
A warrior who walks the blade's edge does not falter over trifles.
You know, it's usually customary
The
that
clouds.
produces one.
If I may guess, are cast from the throne.
I'm actually crying.
At the peak of Capitolini Hill, beneath the pale walls of the Ephes Palace, secrets
So it's capital
lie
line.
buried. And the most intricate among them are those born from the pursuit of power. Even one as honorable as the Epher must learn when to be ruthless. In Septimont, a city forged in iron and blood, anyone who seeks the throne without knowing the cost is no better than a lamb marching to the butcher's knife. I am Nestor, a traveling poet.
That explains you being annoying.
The rains in Septimont never seem eager to leave this season. So then. If you are curious about the Ethel, then allow me to say that nothing would honor me more than to offer even a modest service to the champion of the great Aegon.
Wait, how do you know he's the champion? And all that stuff about the F-Word, too.
Yeah, bro, you're blind.
Huh? Your eyes. Were we talking too loud?
To see and to hear are but two of the many ways to perceive. Trusting the senses is a habit, a natural expedience, but not the only option. Truth be told, I've been gathering inspiration for my next epic, and its protagonist is none other than Augusta, the Epher of Septimont. That's why I speak of her with some familiarity. I have a feeling your tale with her will soon be written. And knowing more about those who walk alongside you is rarely without its benefits. Augusta, a girl of humble birth.
This can also be a
resonator
thumbnail.
with modest talent. A commoner without noble patronage. And yet, from the den of wolves that is Septimont City, she rose and eventually claimed her place. Just like
Yeah,
the
two potential
burning
thumbnails.
sun was once a cloud of dust.
Yes. Man, I'll be right. That's it? Oh no, quest unlocked. Let's say, yo, that was it? You guys not fun. Perhaps having the you can where Augusta to receive her past. Sweet, any. Guess the story is already written. Better than. Yeah. Be wary. It is fickle. Misstep can lead. We're scared for it. The shit isn't. Well, story begin. A gentle warm light begins to blur your vision. slowly close clears. Group of solemn symptoms. Kid, are you alone? You know what the dark tide boldly observe. Timidly observe the men. And choices what. Let's be angry. Here. This should be enough. Take the food off the. Not safe here. Don't know what anything. Craig, starting off. Even if you rebuild these walls thousands of times, never hold the dark tide. You don't have this. Bring your sword and come. Mission. Ladies shake their heads at your shoulder. Continue that spell. Story chapter is complete. In the end, you choose to leave the village. Gladiators were bitter truth. Thank you. Travels. Following the gladiators who arrive in the ship. You wave them goodbye for arriving. Meanwhile, you notice the square's crowd of citizens. Show your awe of the city. Closer to the gladiators pinned to a wooden. The air is filled with chatter. Crowd. Crowd. You must know, Septimont strength. Here, only the victor reign. Passion. In eyes. Eat or be eaten. Such is the way of the city. 5, you have to fight. Yeah, stop thinking about the conversation. Realize the gladiators are very slow. There's a way to dominate the area and strength. Tear down the poster and walk. That's it. As you leave, you notice the 3 words Scatter, community status, and talent seem to be an essential part of gladiator. There are always commoners who view Aegon as mere boring displays of butchery, who are hardly entertained by the sight of King the Third. What we crave is true magnificence, a warrior who can. But I want to have a little bet on how many rats. Look. Want to have a bet on how many ancient rats are going to try for the aim here. Them and their stench thinking up. You are determined to step into the rules demand it. You're back. Deep breath. Cleaning. Okay. Perhaps even teach you to fight through to the. You're hitting several dead ends. Eventually come up. Atto is retired gladiator stuff. Project. Sir, want to join the Aegon, you say? Oh, you want to join the Aegon, you say? Why don't you start by yourself? All discussions about identity, status, talents. People in the city. These mother choose to. About your path. Dark tide took you home. Septimont seeking. So, battle. Put it here. Go home. People like you always show up with nothing but fancy drinks. Only to see them crush and trample. Idiots like you. Argue, stay silent. What now? Still here? Stubbornness. Alright then, let's have a duel. And one strike and you win. Manage that. Blades meet, sharp lashes can. Practice is your good. You realize how weak you are? Power of sweat. Do you really think you're fighting against? Do you really know who you're fighting against? Really best me? Can't. Now, how do you plan to end this? Back for round 2, are we? Country rights like you are. That shouldn't say. Like last time. Challenge to catch him. This will be it once again. Go back. Now your path. Okay. Too slow, too weak. Foolish things only bring. At your best, how naive. Well, I guess a rat that lives in the dark is never meant for the sun. Checkmate, you've lost. Again. I'm not ready to give up. I know you sell your sword. I'll get you some food at least. Stand before Kato again. Bring your exhausted body at your limit. The wind, swept up by the blade, whispers past. Suddenly home. Soft sunlight. Hear your friends' laughter. Parents. But in the very next breath, a bone still engulfs you. That touch, you know it all too well. Thoughts race across your mind. Who grips your sword? Opening. Kato hands you his sword. Catch Kato's sword. It's all out Kato. In Septimont Arena. Defeated. A symbol of conquest is yours. You are determined to bite off that. Or fall before there. That's the name, right? The moment you step into the arena, you'll lose name. The specters may brand you number of symbol piece. There. And only the last one standing has the right to reclaim. By then, all will be changed. Vesta had to conquer their hearts and their applause, even without identity. That is balance. Tell me, I see that day? Okay. Training starts tomorrow. It's sharp. Here. Okay. Persistence.
Fail
Discipline.
enough times, and you might eventually succeed. Should we call it resilience? Or mere stubbornness? Or perhaps, for a girl who has lost everything, there was never a second option. She had no one to trust but herself, and naught but a blade to hold. And yet, as the first stanza of an epic, this is nothing extraordinary. Since the lament, across the scorched lands of Solaris, I've heard this story repeat itself, again and again. Greatness. Yes, our era has certainly seen it. But true greatness is never found on the first page of a story. Courage, glory, and honor. Such immortal virtues have been etched in tablet and stone, but they are never forged overnight. Light as a thread, elusive as the wind, they weave themselves into every twist of fate, tangling with every insignificant choice we make.
I don't know. It's just unbelievable. The Augusta he's talking about, and the F-word we saw in the arena. No way they're the same person.
I think so.
A girl far from home, arriving in the city upon Capitolini Hill in pursuit of strength. No title, no status, no wealth. I doubt anyone at the time could have imagined her rising to where she is now. Do you mean Kato? Do you believe Kato handed her that final victory on purpose, and that his scathing words were a test of her resolve? Then Kato must have been an idealist to place his faith in a girl with nothing to her name. Now, why don't we keep this question in mind and see where the story leads us?
Dawn breaks with well. Month has passed. The grind continues. Wherever the training moves over and over. Begin to wait patience. Notice some gladiators deciding to move. It moves. Never seen before. Decide to peek into their training. Reflect on your training. Always facing them in the public. Patching yourself up over. Days slip by. Gladiators ate. Kato, finalist. I've done all I can to prepare you. Now you're on your own. Okay? Here's my final task. Tell me. What do they call a gladiator? What pulls you through all this training? You want me to know the answer? Your ideal has been altered. Be strong enough to meet Kato's gaze, and he reads the answer. In the meantime, a flicker of desire crosses your Kato's. By then, all will be chanting, Augusta, you will have to conquer their hearts and win their applause, even without it. Tell me, will I see that day? Your awareness that sponsors for the good. Healthy merchant. Figures beyond your reach, perhaps in the These are all the top of the line merchandise. Care to have a look? Products on display, you and a few other goods. Organized by nobles, merchants in the state. By one, who said you were chosen in. Audience cats their eyes near them. All you receive is laughter, constant laughter. Visions of your home ruined. But these laughs, so they really did have a right. The rot at places. When the dark tide struck, those with power and their life might exist only apparently fire pain. Well, a village girl such as It's such unremarkable forte, dreaming of a power and strength. Can't remember the last time Septimont had a joke using the sword. Trying. What can you offer? Trying to sing around, scrambling for your own, scrambling for your life, so we can all have a good laugh? Or do you think playing innocent will favor? What? Anyone interested in this one? After all, watching the weak struggle is a fine source of entertainment. Give the nobles a thrilling stare. Bear a small anticipation. Entertainment, you say? Septimont, strength defines worth. Shouldn't be so quick to judge a gladiator. Turn your view towards the void. Heavy steps, a well-dressed old from the... Yeah, he smells unlike the smell of a rat. Foul odor, power and fragile. Engage only in profitable events. Stand in the arena, you must prove your worth. 3 trials before you survive them and you meet. Patient. You accept the noble trials. Trials, who find a word for intended to only break you. Backgrounds. Outside the walls of Septimont lies a wasteland plagued by dark tide. The dark tide. Your homeland. Not different from the home you remember. Returning home, can't help but feel stiff. They say a ferocious lion beast, corrupted the dark tide, prowls deep within a cave. Common blade can. First trial is to slay the beast. Noble, however, they strip you while equipping dull sword. Or is more than. I have no choice but to accept. The mountain trail wins. Among the charred trees, dozens bleached skeletons scattered. In fact, you're getting close. As you continue forward, when the first rays of sunlight split clouds, the cave reveals itself, breathing death. For you, clear picture. Rushing force presses down. Who are you? Shh, get down. You're trying to get yourself killed. Hold your breath or you'll be alerted. Turn around as just then a massive beast roars, walks past where you're hiding. Stare at it. Down. Oh. One by the clothes, you're a gladiator, eh? Yeah, I used to be just like you. Lost a big match, cut top. Nobles ended up like nothing but their plaything. Their skills home for battle. Skills home for battle, merely tools for Septimont has abandoned. Be such reality. That's the least what you should do. Only a madman will go after that line. Doing. His words are rough, but he eventually tells you everything he. You bid the hunter a farewell. Preparations for the gain more knowledge of your prey. Choose to silently observe the line. 2 days you manage to grasp an overall behavioral pattern in the thus you march towards the cave. Deep within the cave, dark and bright. Tread softly. Then, sudden dread freezes your step. A flickering torch flame. Not your shape appears. A lion beast. Fire from the nether dances on the golden mane. Claws like spikes tear wound. In distance, sword. Draw your sword and strike one. As you expected, the sword fails you, ineffective against the lion. Take your breath. The lion's thunderous roar storms you. Decide. Quickly analyze the cave's environment, dodge its attack, and search for it. Just before the lion pounces on you, flash with all your strength. At this vast stalactite above crashes down into the lion's gaping jaw. Still has to fight. But yet? Fight. Okay. You land on its neck. It lunges to seize you, but you swift dodge. Swift dodges, force its claws into a deadly knot. Seeing your chance, you give a final pull. Strangles itself. Kinetic strike. Excuse the environment as well. Trial has ended. And you drag your exhausted body towards the stream. Clear water cascades down. Dense forest slumbers quiet. I cannot read. Rinse your bloodstained hands in the water. Clear stream slowly turns red. Birds scatter. Fish vanish. Hence the forest's unease at your presence. Are you afraid of me? Afraid of my power? The critters panic plunges reflection. First time you realize that power can still fear. Power? Power. With no time to rest, you approach the nobleman again. Poses the second trial upon you. Poses this time. Killing a madman. Killing a mad beast is hardly an achievement. Killing a mad beast is hardly an achievement. I'm sure you're aware, girl, that all the warriors of lie. One by their parent and the other by their sword. You may consider the sword in the leg. Here's hand. Life in me. For the second trial, bring me 100 lives. Yes, prove to me you are worthy of sending me. Turn with disgust as you wait. You get the end mission for the Aegon, but you start the second trial. Well, you you get the admission pass for the Aegon. Start the second trial. Day after day, like gladiators of Septimon. As your reputation grows, so do the spectators. They don't care who you are, only want to see. Oh. Look, it's that girl again. Didn't think she would get as many wins as she did. With the size of her, carry those swords. Let me point. You've grown used to kind of noise. The defeating cheers numb your fatigue. Your sword now rests again on your opponent. Spare the opponent and wait for the next challenge. Press your desire to kill. One by one, the gladiators you've challenged grow in number. Those you've defeated kneel before you, offering their swords, symbolizing their honor with both hands. Raise the opponent's sword. Steadily plant the opponent's sword in the ground. Even in Septimon, the limit to the opponents that prove a challenge to you. Eventually, you will need to seek out tougher challenges. Targeted victor. Frequent champion of the Aegon from. Do you have any idea who Victor's father is? His lordship is the largest sponsor in Aegon. Power, wealth, those aren't things brute strength can rival Victor as the best mentor. The finest weapon. Indeed. The house behind Victor comes to you. An offer, perfect job, and a substantial fortune. You walk away from the duel. You reject the bribe without a second thought. Humiliated, the noblest servants. Curses in your face. Ignorant country peasant. Do you know what it means to refuse a noble? You should suffer for your arrogance. When time comes, don't expect me to pity you won't be getting any. Servant tears up the contract. Good. Let's go. There is no point in talking sense to an ignorant fool. Then again, I'd appreciate it if you don't waste time in the arena. Throw the bag of credits as a way to humiliate you. Following with sarcasm and mocking gestures, they attempt to overwhelm you with their pride. The day arrives. The victor accepts your challenge. His honor, of nobility, as the stake. You remember well, haughty. You remember well the haughty look he wore 2 days prior. But the nobles wield only words. Swords. Victor knows nothing about swordsmanship. You easily defeat the weak. Confident Scion eventually lifts his pretty helmet, tip of your sword. Stare at the watching nobles with contempt. Approach the noble seats. I have won. I have achieved it without wasting your time. Do you see? You have glided. The gilded stare lies, shatter for real strength. Toss the helmet back to him. Crowd erupts, cheers and applause. The nobles unable to deny your triumph. Lower their head. You return your lodging to count your trophies. The 9 swords, 9 opponents defeated. Only 1 life is left to claim. Most gladiators have long feared your reputation and dare not challenge you except one. Eridel, the rising star of the underground arena. Unlike you, he was born with a powerful forte. He is undoubtedly the king of the arena. Council, heard me? Short tempered by countless battles. Amid the endless chanting, the name Adriel Dale arrive. As always, the old school nobles. Your pound's towering fatigue dwarfs you. By his crushing presence, fearsome lion beast. After several exchanges, you notice something unusual. The floor is too slippery. Gain a foothold on Adriel's armors. You are too familiar with the nobles' physical trick. You then shift your pace, luring Eridel into the very trap meant for you. For a few rounds, his steps grow loose, reaction sluggish. Sees the opportunity, hands. Your sword stops, or his neck, Septimon, strongest gladiator. The entire arena falls silent. Almost immediately, the crowd erupts into applause. Stab, stab, stab! What? Kill, kill, kill! Right here? Adriel closes his eyes and feel the people's gaze. Feel a sense of relief. In front of everyone's watchful eye, only take Adriel's sword, then bow towards the audience before turning to leave. Live, live, live! These are cheers behind you. Back at the crowd and wave. Nah, it's pretty cool if you do that. Walk out like, yeah! The next day you arrive before the old school nobles, 100 hives. Eridel is merely made, Septimonian flesh. Above him stands a far greater force. Third trials are the blessing of Aristinosa. Plan to let me pass the trial. know Arios. Arsenal. Yeah. It has never tasted defeat. People say it's peak. It's a peak no human can ever reach. The last wall of is an insurmountable challenge that stirs the thirst. At the third trial. Confront the Guardian of Septimon. Garcinos. Holy moly, man, some scream. Under that. In the eve of the trial, turn to the training ground. Again, while you wait for Kato, find yourself standing before the post. Seems your most enduring companion in your pursuit of strength. Put it down and leave the past behind. Hug it gently. Not particularly an easy path, is it? Tell me, what did you learn from this path? Strength can instill. Strength can be destroyed. Strength brings conquest, such as humanity's oldest rule. Vesta, be there for you. Be there for your last trial. I will call your name for all to hear. Thank you. Back in your room, you stare blankly at your stacked collection of swords. These trophies symbolize strength and conquest. But how will you show them? Once heard of the tale of the legendary gladiator. A warrior would always fuse their opponent's swords with their own after victory. Now, you decide to tread the same path and head before the smithy. Step outside. Gaze at the black sparks from. Step outside the black forest. You wish to demonstrate your strength, yet now you still seek to do this. Power not of your own. Watching the blacksmith hammer rise and fall, seemingly impractical, the emergence. In the end, you use your forte to fuse all the swords into the heavy sword in your hand. Feel the power. Forte stands out among but its seemingly insignificant power, enough to be stronger than the forged fire and respect. The day of the final travel arrives, and you walk to the arena's center with a newly forged sword. Bronze horn is top with 12 stone pillars. All eyes are on you. Everyone is eager to witness how a human will rival Emperor. Survey your surroundings. Suddenly a rumbling roar through the noise of the crowd. The noble's banners flutter and fall. Colossal shadow swallows the sunlight. Arasinosa appears. Countenance size catches your eye. Silent ringing in your ear. It's awake, the noble shrieked. Arasinosa stands silently. You, slowly, its eyes open, boldly watching you. Focus and stay alert. The sudden sweep of her tail, the lioness shatters a stone pillar. You roll aside, barely dodging the flying debris. Chill seeps through hair in the cloth of your left shoulder. The screams from the stands are soon drowned by the lioness roar. A wave of sound, dust rips past your ears. You taste blood on your lips. Ignore the pain and tend to the wound. Quickly pat yourself. Her second attack comes without warning. You barely have time to react. Sword rises. Meet her descending paws. The strike may be all your account. Oof. Damn! Holy moly. That really took me down a lot. You managed to withstand Arrow's fierce attack, and at the moment, seize the opportunity to thrust your blade into the crack. Right foreleg. Cold blood spills everywhere. Irishnosa ceases her attack, her mane brushing against blood-stained face. Before she lowers her head, area shakes with claws. The arena shakes with claws. You hear the crowd chanting your name. I gained the line blessing. That's the voices. They are with cheers. Oh, wise and noble Irinosa, the mighty guardian of Septimont, so upon her the crown of courage and strength. Steps over. I no choice but to. When the cries of triumph resonate, earth, see the fire of humanity is across Septimont. Wave after wave of applause, a salute. Dance. Okay. O sun and moon, witness the extraordinary feat. Witness her epic dedication to Septimont. As platform rises, you realize that by earning Arsenos' blessing, you've been granted a privilege. You are crowned a champion without the great Argon. Aegon? Nevertheless, you have already conquered countless valley ranks. Under everyone's gaze, glory now bows at your feet. Here's your sword. Stand atop the summit, champion, only now with battle fire cool in your veins, do your wounds raise their voices of protest. You have shattered the decaying order. Strength. Through strength, you shall shape new rules. You shall wield gladiators' valor. In the wretch's path, you shall allow no more fragile lives to tremble before death. You shall ensure that your homeland's tragedy forever be undone. Yet, should these new rules, forged by might, lose their foundation, will they not fall? Cold whisper of unease coils in you. Well then, no time for pointless pondering now. From this day forward, your sword, your honor, 2 lives, serve Septimont. So happy ending. Okay. Yay! I wonder if you can do that wrong.
Merely the rough shape of a short epic. This is all I can offer about the F4.
Okay.
Now, as a listener, what do you make of my narration?
I enjoyed it. Nothing special. I also enjoyed it.
I appreciate your kind words, my generous listener. I am only a humble wordsmith, spinning verses and rhymes. The essence of poetry is granted by those who dare defy their fate. But there is one thing I must confess.
Oh my god, you're gay.
Through my words, your knowledge of the F4 is partial, at best.
Yes. But he's not gay.
Poetry can only offer a glimpse of the true story. The reality of people, events, and things slips beyond the grasp of words. I do not belong in the pages of the epic, so I remain confined to the observer's gaze. I can imagine events and emotions unfold, but I cannot truly recreate them. Here's some advice for you, though I hesitate to call it such. If you want the truth of a story, step into it. Become part of it. The opportunity stands before you now.
He's got a point. That is true.
As I've said, the tale between you and Augusta, the hero of Septimont, is only now turning its next page. It's not difficult to see. Fate flows like the stars, tracing their course. Your destination is written in the steps you take.
That is true. I agree with that. Slightly philosophical character. He's quite a good character. Oh, he's dressed terribly.
The rain is passing. I hear it ceasing its symphony upon the earth. It is time for farewells.
Okay, bye-bye.
Before I leave, may I ask you one last question? What is it that has lifted Augusta to the seat of power? What is it that makes a ruler?
Courage. Discipline.
Well, I'd say
Strength.
strength.
Strength is a good answer.
Let's be real. There's no way Augusta could have passed those trials without strength.
Strength requires
Rover, what do you think?
strength and conquest, unyielding resolve, hardships and Adam. Both.
You needn't rush to answer now. Keep it in mind as you continue your journey. When the final chapter is written, the answer will reveal itself. Farewell, my friend. Our paths crossed by fate and by chance.
Okay, bye-bye. Ginger.
Soon, after this brief encounter, everything about me will be gone with the wind. But you, your epic continues.
Thank you. Is that the noble? That was important. Whatever that was important.
Your Excellency, you have indulged her too much. As the priestess, you know is far too unruly in both action and word. It's a disgrace to her title.
Indeed. She entered the palace unannounced, uninvited, and with no decorum. A blatant affront to the authority of the palace.
Stuffy Elder.
Same as always. Senators, all she crossed was a doorway. One too insignificant to carry the weight of our authority, or defend anyone's fragile pride. Let us not forget, it is not the walls of Capitolini Hill that command fear. It is my will, my sword, and our relentless conquest. I know your fear. You fear a priestess's voice drowning yours, and a rebel challenging the Senate's rules.
Taking that too.
But listen well. Power does not bow to sycophants, cowering behind their traditions.
Fight the power!
If you seek power, then step from the shadows. Face me, and prove yourself worthy.
I'll be outside. Here we go. This is Iuna.
Took you long enough, Augusta.
Handling the senators takes time. You know that. Well,
Just tell
to
him
keep our esteemed priestess from waiting, maybe next time I'll just leave them to their own devices. I'll make sure they record every detail of your feat and relay it word for word to Grandmother Lilibet.
I want to record every detail of her feet.
Priestess Iuno, unruly behavior, left Tetragon Temple without permission and trespassed into the Ephor's palace. I wonder, who will lose it first? Lilibet or you?
Let those old foxes report me all they want. If they step into the tetragon left foot first, I'll shoot the left. Right foot first, I'll shoot the right.
Hey, I'm with you on that one.
The Senate should be reminded now and then that the Tetragon's kindness is not a reason to take Priestess Yuno lightly. Why didn't you wait there? I had everything handled. We depart for the hunting ground tonight. If anything changed, you could have reached me by my terminal. You didn't need to come all the way here. I want you free of duty until that day arrives.
You're overthinking it, Augusta. I'm here to see that person. Grandmother Lilibet said his fate is one of unknowable void. Sounds intriguing enough to make time for.
So that's it? Too bad. The ship from Laguna won't dock until tomorrow morning, and we'll be gone by then.
Yeah.
Ugh, what a hassle.
Patience, you know. The warrior has accepted the invitation.
Hmm.
So, you'll have plenty of time to meet during the hunt.
During the hunt. For accents.
Is there
Kinda.
something else you want to say?
Kinda. Pretty much.
I read Grandma Lilibet's book of prophecies. The hunt and our plan, neither end well. Are you sure we should go through with this?
Risk does not trouble me. Peril simply requires greater strength. But really, when did you start caring about the temple's traditions?
I mean, he is the priestess.
O ye faithless of Septimont, the divinity is enraged. Should your ruler defy their will again, doom shall be your fate. Lately, I've been hearing murmurs from the nobles again, about the ancient prophecy from Raguna.
I will admit, those words once carried weight. But when our ancestors crossed the waters and climbed these hills, Raguna's divinity didn't get a seat on the ship. And the priestesses all said the prophecy was incomplete. Only the hero of heroes, wielding extraordinary power, risen from the dark tides, shall bring eternity to Septimont. Then shall the waters quiet, the tempest still, and glory return with the blood of the old king. Do not forget, this is the other half of the prophecy. Fabius, Attilius, Valeria, one after another, these heroes have saved Septimont from the brink of ruin. As long as a hero stands, no disaster can break this eternal city.
What if this time is different? What if ruin is our fate?
Power doesn't die.
Then
Passed
I
on.
will sever that fate with my blade.
Can't really. That doesn't really. Whatever.
What's so amusing?
You know,
So, the fearless priestess Iuno can be frightened after all.
well, Sundere.
But it's fine. If you're afraid, don't push yourself. I can handle this alone. Most revered priestess, wait for me in the temple. I shall return victorious.
Frightened. Me? If anything, it's you, trying to shut me out and face it alone. Fine. Go ahead. You'll come back to me sooner or later.
Can't tell what's the
That I
connection
can't
between.
deny.
I knew it. So you do need me for this hunt.
Thank you. You know.
You're welcome. Say it. Say it. You're
Why are
welcome.
you saying this?
Oh, gratitude. Yeah, schizophrenia. What the hell was that?
The storm is coming. Come, you know my friend. The best way to greet a storm is to walk straight into it.
Yeah, but you should be prepared when you walk into it. Whatever. Alright, there you go. That's that. Sorry, I can't believe I didn't know about that. I can't believe I'm so late to this. Thinking like, how long? This is how I saw it. This is how I saw it. I didn't even know we had a quest. I'm out here just chilling, doing my stuff, doing my dailies and everything. Turns out the entire time I had a quest to do. And I didn't even know it. Stupid. Anyway. I hope that didn't take too long. That's pretty much it. They're not the upper one. Stupid, it's called asteroid. Yeah, so that's that. Maybe I'll stream tomorrow in this thing. Polaris Film Festival. Sorry. Do tomorrow. Or maybe whenever. I don't know. When is this term ending? Oh, in 9 days. Okay, never mind. In 9 days we're getting content. Okay. So that's all for today's episode. See you guys when I see you. Bye.